Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden tribe of blue-eyed people in Asia? In the remote valleys of northern Pakistan, there's a group of people who look strikingly different from their neighbors. The Kalash tribe, with their fair skin and captivating blue eyes, has puzzled researchers for years. But their appearance is just the beginning of their fascinating story. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The Kalash tribe's distinctiveness goes far beyond their appearance. What if I told you that in this remote valley, women have more freedom in marriage than in many Western countries? The tribe's unique courtship rituals challenge everything we think we know about traditional societies. In the heart of Pakistan's Hindu Kush mountains, the Kalash people practice a courtship ritual that might seem shocking to outsiders. Imagine a place where consensual abduction is a form of marriage proposal. Yes, you heard that right. In Kalash society, when a man wants to marry a woman, he expresses his desire through a carefully orchestrated abduction that's actually agreed upon by both parties. This practice, while surprising, reflects the tribe's values and social dynamics. After the initial abduction, the couple spends 2 months together before returning to the woman's family for a formal marriage ceremony. This period allows them to get to know each other better and ensures that both parties are committed to the union. But the freedom of Kalash women doesn't end with the marriage proposal. In stark contrast to the more restrictive customs in other parts of Pakistan, Kalash women have significant agency in marital decisions. They can choose their partners freely, and perhaps even more surprisingly, they have the ability to initiate divorce if they're unhappy in their marriage. This level of autonomy for women is almost unheard of in the region. In a world where arranged marriages are often the norm, the Kalash tribe stands apart, allowing love and personal choice to guide unions. The high rate of divorce among the Kalash further reflects a society that values flexibility in relationships and respects individual decisions. These practices contribute to a unique form of gender equality within the Kalash community. Women are not seen as property to be traded or bargained for, but as equal partners in the marriage decision. This challenges many preconceptions about tribal societies, especially those in conservative regions. The Kalash approach to marriage and relationships raises interesting questions about the nature of tradition and progress. While their practices might seem unusual to outsiders, they've developed organically within the tribe's culture over centuries. It's a reminder that societal norms can vary greatly from one culture to another, and that what we consider progressive isn't always tied to modernity. However, it's important to note that the Kalash way of life isn't without its challenges. As a small minority in Pakistan, they face pressure from the surrounding Muslim majority. Their unique customs, including their marriage practices, set them apart and can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or conflicts with their neighbors. Despite these challenges, the Kalash have managed to preserve their distinct identity and traditions. Their marriage customs are just one aspect of a rich cultural tapestry that includes unique religious beliefs, festivals, and artistic expressions. These practices have helped the Kalash maintain their community cohesion and resist assimilation into the dominant culture. The Kalash's vibrant traditions extend far beyond their marriage customs. Have you ever imagined a place where clothing tells stories, festivals bring magic to life, and music speaks louder than words? Welcome to the Valley of Fairies, where reality blurs with fantasy in the most captivating ways. Step into a Kalash village, and you'll find yourself surrounded by a living tapestry of color and tradition. The women of the tribe are adorned in their traditional attire, known as Sufi. These garments are more than just clothing. They're a vibrant expression of cultural identity and social status. Imagine intricate beadwork dancing across fabric, shells, and buttons, catching the light with every movement. Each piece tells a story, reflecting the wearer's place in this unique society. But the true magic of the Kalash culture comes alive during their festivals. The year is marked by 3 major celebrations, each with its own significance and flavor. In May, the Chilam Yoshi Festival heralds the arrival of spring. This joyous occasion is a tribute to the essential role of women in the Kalash community. Picture entire villages coming together in a whirlwind of color, dance, and song to honor the feminine spirit that keeps their society thriving. As the leaves begin to turn, the Ucha festival marks the onset of autumn, but it's the Kamos festival, taking place in the depths of winter, that stands as the most significant and solemn event in the Kalash calendar. This isn't just any celebration, it's a rite of passage reserved for adults who have mastered Kalash traditions. The air is thick with anticipation as participants undergo purification rituals, preparing themselves to take part in this sacred event. Music and dance are the heartbeats of Kalash culture, pulsing through every aspect of their lives. During festivals, these art forms take center stage, serving as a powerful means of communication. Through rhythmic movements and melodic tunes, the Kalash express love, courage, and spirituality. It's a language all its own, understood by the heart rather than the mind. One of the most intriguing aspects of Kalash festivals is the Basi ritual. This ceremony allows young tribe members who have completed a period of isolation to rejoin the community. Imagine the excitement and nervousness of these youth as they prepare to step back into society, forever changed by their experience. It's a powerful reminder of the social dynamics at play within this close-knit community. As vibrant as their festivals are, the Kalash people face an uncertain future. What would you do if your entire culture was on the brink of extinction? For this isolated tribe, every day is a battle to keep their ancient customs alive in a rapidly changing world. The Kalash face significant pressures to convert to Islam and abandon their traditional way of life. In a predominantly Muslim nation, their unique beliefs and practices often lead to misunderstandings and conflicts with neighboring communities. The Kalash's liberal approach to alcohol, for instance, stands in stark contrast to Islamic teachings, making them targets of criticism and attempts at conversion. Despite these challenges, many Kalash people have fiercely guarded their ancient customs, including their animistic beliefs and practices. One of the most striking examples of this preservation is their open-air burial tradition. Unlike the underground burials common in Islamic communities, the Kalash place their dead in wooden coffins above ground in sacred areas. This practice symbolizes the soul's liberation from the physical world, reflecting their deep-rooted spiritual beliefs. The Kalash language, known as Kalamun, plays a crucial role in preserving their cultural identity. This unwritten Indo-Iranian language has been passed down through generations solely through oral transmission. Kalamun is rich with poetic expressions and proverbs, serving as a living repository of Kalash wisdom and worldview. The preservation of this language is vital for maintaining the tribe's unique identity, as it carries within it the nuances of their culture that can't be easily translated into other languages. The oral tradition of the Kalash extends beyond their language. Elders play a crucial role in passing down stories, myths, and legends that reinforce community bonds and ensure the endurance of their unique way of life. These narratives not only entertain, but also serve as a way to transmit cultural values, historical knowledge, and spiritual beliefs to younger generations. However, the challenges posed by modernity are real and pressing. The allure of contemporary lifestyles, coupled with economic pressures, tempts many young Kalash to leave their traditional ways behind. The tribe must constantly navigate the delicate balance between preserving their heritage and adapting to the realities of a changing world. Education presents both an opportunity and a challenge for the Kalash. While it opens doors to new opportunities, it also exposes younger generations to outside influences that can erode traditional practices. The community faces the difficult task of integrating modern education while maintaining their cultural integrity. Tourism, too, is a double-edged sword. While it brings much-needed economic benefits and raises awareness about the Kalash culture, it also risks commodifying their traditions and disrupting their way of life. The influx of visitors can lead to cultural erosion if not managed carefully. Despite these challenges, the Kalash community remains resilient. They continue to celebrate their festivals, speak their language, and practice their traditions with pride. Many Kalash, especially the younger generation, are finding innovative ways to preserve their heritage while engaging with the modern world. Some are using social media to share their culture with a global audience, while others are working on documenting their oral traditions in writing for the first time.